Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a video giving my thoughts on some Easter eggs or things you just may have missed in The Walking Dead Season 5, Episode 6, Consumed. Okay, so the first one occurs at 17 minutes and 26 seconds into the episode, and the scene in Consumed is at the top, and the actual first angle or the same shot is taken from The Walking Dead What Lies Ahead, which is below. So that's Season 2, Episode 1, right at the beginning of the episode when Rick is talking with or trying to communicate with Morgan on the walkie-talkie. So this is a pretty cool one that they actually included the exact same angle, the exact same shot, pretty much all the details down. Specifically, I want to focus on the tank at the left side. Very cool. So just to give you a better idea of the the one from Consumed, you can clearly see it's the tank at the left side. And if you guys don't remember, this is the tank from way back in The Walking Dead Season 1. Hey, you in the tank. Cozy in there? And that's when Rick and Glenn first meet in the series at the absolute very beginning. First episode, Days Gone By. And we also get the incredible zoom out shot, if you guys remember, of all of the zombies just piling onto the tank. So it's just pretty cool that they thought enough to use even the exact same angle from the What Lies Ahead episode. Very cool stuff. The next shot, which is exactly the same pretty much too, and a little bit easier to catch because it's such an iconic image. I believe they used it for the cover, and I've even used it for my channel icon for like a long time, just because it's so freaking cool. And that is of when Rick enters Atlanta for the first time, searching, of course, for Lori and Carl. This equivalent shot of Daryl and Carol driving in, same way, same shot, everything pretty much exactly the same, except Atlanta is just absolutely smoked now because of the zombie apocalypse and everything. This one occurs at 16 minutes and 1 second in Consumed when we see them drive in. Just really a lot of care taken, pretty much the exact same angle, exact same shot. Very cool. In the process of comparing these to some of the earlier ones, actually, I found this one as well too. This was Walking Dead Barbie told me about this one on my Google Plus, so thank you very much. And that is now this isn't exactly from Consume, but it applies to the situation. This is also from What Lies Ahead at the very beginning, just like that scene with the tank, with the angle they used being the same. But in this one, the cool thing about this is that you can see in the background Grady Memorial Hospital right at the back, whereas Rick is trying to contact Morgan. So I just thought that was really cool because you think about this is Season 2, Episode 1 here. We're seeing this hospital here, and it's kind of like a cameo because, of course, later on with Beth and everything that's happened with her, she's in there. So it's just really kind of neat that it was shown before in the background, and they're going to go ahead and use it as a location. That there's actually survivors. Like at the time Rick is here talking on his walkie-talkie trying to reach Morgan, there's probably Dawn and the others in that universe, in the Walking Dead universe, inside the hospital in the background. So I don't know. I thought that was a really cool one. Not that it's exactly in the episode, but that it applies to the situation, and it's in Episode 1 from Season 2, What Lies Ahead. Carol also had a few cool ones just from the flashback. These are kind of self-explanatory, but I thought I'd throw them in there anyway. Again, with the smoke thing, relating back to Mika and what she said about the smoke. Black smoke still burning, white smoke it's out. We've seen that, a couple times now. It was referred to in the premiere. It was talked about in the Grove. It seems that, that idea right there is recurring, and of course, ties back into Lizzie and Mika as being a huge part of Carol's character. And then, of course, we had the hitchhiker sign. If you guys remember, this was from Season 4, Episode, I believe it was 10. where we saw that as well. We may have seen it at other times too, but in terms of what I was able to find, it was just episode 10. Although you'd think they would have seen it sooner if it was right there at the prison. So maybe it's another episode too. I just haven't checked. But there's that one, and then of course we see when she finally drives up to the prison, and you can see that the guard tower, so to speak, is on fire in her reflection of the windshield, which is a pretty creative way to do it. In addition to that one, there's also this other one too here, which some people may have missed, and that is the child walker, which we almost never see. And in The Walking Dead, it's always adults. You hardly ever see children as walkers, but it makes sense that there would be some. And her and Daryl discuss putting them down, and he says don't. Some people may not have noticed that the walker on the left side is actually a child. You can see the comparison between that and the taller one to the right, of course. And then, of course, they burn it afterwards. So just to go through that, of course, again, just, relating back to Lizzie, relating back to Mika. It seems that Carol as a character is going to be reminded of them a lot, and us as a viewer too, of course, as well. So, yeah, just kind of a cool little additional thing there if you didn't catch that the first time. And we do have one for Daryl as well, too. As Carol went to actually go ahead and shoot Noah, Daryl slaps her hand down, forcing her to miss. Now, at first, I thought this was really strange and uncharacteristic for Daryl. However, we do know from Daryl's history from way back in Season 3 that Merle mentions to him, he sees the scars on his back, and he mentions to him that, their father beat him as well. So you have this kind of, and it adds a lot to who Daryl is as a person in terms of, his backstory with Merle, his father, having a bad relationship, being abused, trying to overcome that. We also have the book that was dropped. Carol goes to pick up Daryl's afterwards. She goes to pick up his bag, and this book falls out right here. This was at 26 minutes and 53 seconds in. As we can still see, even to this point in the zombie apocalypse, Daryl carries this around with him wherever he goes, even if it's just on a random mission or whatever. He always has this book with him, as it's very important to him that he's trying to get over this, what happened to him when he was younger. So of course, when you realize that the scene with him, and him saying he's just a kid, slapping Carol, not allowing her to shoot him, makes absolutely perfect sense. That as many people do, of course, have soft spots for kids. Daryl even more so than most people, I would say. And the final one I have for you guys was shown to me by Metho Kingsley. I want to thank you, Metho, for this one. Didn't notice this at all. Mentioned in my review that Noah kind of comes out of nowhere. He actually doesn't. Prior to that, at 19 minutes and 15 seconds into the episode, as Carol comes in the door afterwards, we see the door close. You can vaguely see Noah in the background stalking them in the parking garage as they enter the locked section. So that's pretty cool too, because it's very subtle, it's very quick. To be honest, if you're not watching in high def, you may not even see it. You may not even notice it because it's so fast, it's so quick, and he's so small in the shot, right? So, so that's kind of a cool one, and that's all I have for you guys in terms of Easter eggs that I was able to find. There are some others out there online with different angles, different shots that possibly could be the same buildings as earlier on in the series, from back in the time when they were in Atlanta, from Guts, which was episode in, season 1, the first episode, and then, of course, when they go back for the Vatos, as well, too. There's a lot of different scenes in and around Atlanta. If you find any others and you want to send them to me, please feel free to do so or share them below. That's pretty much all I got for this one, guys. Things you missed, Easter eggs. Let me know what you think about all of them, which one your favorite is. Me, personally, my favorite would have to still be the driving into Atlanta being the exact same as it was with Rick. I just that's a pretty special one and a great episode. So that's pretty much it for this one. If you guys like the video, please thumb it up below. If you want to help support the channel, please share it, please favorite it, and that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you for the next one. Subscribe if you're new. So this is Trev saying peace.